Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. You can do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman for some fantastic beard products that'll make your beard look and smell great. You can also go to TCG Player using the affiliate link below and shop there to help support the show. And last but absolutely not least, go to greyvikinggames.com with the link below to get those sweet arena codes. Well, hello, Planeswalkers. Therex6 back for more Magic the Gathering Arena. It is Saturday, and that means it's Death and Taxes time. As I said in yesterday's video, I was going to try out Death and Taxes with a splash, a sprinkling of Explore. Now, in yesterday's video, I mentioned that, I said Explore, I meant Venture. There's also Adventure. Man, Wizards, come on. Yes, hello, cat. Adventure. No, Venture. Anyway, I mentioned that the deck felt, the mechanic felt like you needed sideboard support. After watching a few more videos using this mechanic, as well as kind of thinking this over, I think the Venture mechanic should be a package inside of a deck, like inside of a different shell. I think that's kind of the best way to do it, and that's what I have here. I only have 10 total Venture cards, but they're all essentially the best ones in these colors. So we'll see how this style of deck goes. Now, this is pretty typical Death and Taxes. We didn't actually have to make too many concessions in order to put these cards in, which is very helpful. 3 Selfless Saviors, I really just like the protection. All right, it's good free protection. You can attack with this card, it's great. For Luminarch Aspirants, despite the fact that this is more of an aggressive card, Luminarch Aspirant is a little better in this deck even, because the fact that we can make our Triumphant Adventurer even more annoying to block. Now, your opponent could theoretically just block with 2 1/1s against this card, and it would die because it only has 1 point of power to Death Touch a creature. But giving it more means that you can be more safe in declaring attacks. Additionally, she does help out the clock. 3 Thalia, Garden of Thraben. The reason I went with 3 this time instead of the typical 4 that I prefer is because I did still want to try out Silverquill Silencer more. I felt like I didn't give this card enough shakes. For what it's worth, this card is going to be a little worse right now because of the fact that it's a new format. The thing is, I've seen mostly old decks with very few new cards, so Silencer still might be able to perform fine. Now, 3 Dire Tactics. Exile target creature. If you don't control a human, you lose life due to that creature's toughness. One of the things that I mentioned yesterday was the fact that although this is not a human and this is not a human, this is a human, and we already have a deck that has a decent number of humans in it. Technically, we have 16. 16 of our 33 creatures human. That actually might not be technically accurate. Whatever. So it means a lot of the time we're not actually going to be taking life from this card, and this is just instant speed exile, which White needs. Silencer, we get to it's this deck's version of Meddling Mage, except instead of them not being able to cast it at all, which would be preferable, instead they lose 3 and we get to draw a card. Triumphant Adventurer. This card performed very well, in my opinion, in yesterday's video. The fact that it comes down super early and allows you to kind of get this advantage. Now, this is kind of why I've chosen to put the Venture mechanic, I should just say the dungeon mechanic into Death and Taxes. Is that one of the issues that Death and Taxes can have is essentially running out of steam, running out of card advantages and things like that. And I think that the dungeon mechanic can help ameliorate some of those issues. Obviously, you have to look and find out, but yeah, I definitely value the fact that this card comes down very early and is pretty resilient to blocking. We got a good old-fashioned 4 Archon of Emeria. This card, I think, is still the strongest card that we can have in this deck right now. A lot of Phoenix-style decks, a lot of decks that aim to use Emergent Ultimatum. I just think, generally speaking, this is the best card that we can have. The fact that it also hurts your opponent's non-basic lands is pretty sick. 3 Elite Spellbinder. We get to take something from them and make it so they can't cast it for a while. It's pretty good. Nadaar. You all saw this yesterday. I'm not going to talk about it again. We only have 1 Reidane in the main with 2 more in the sideboard. Main reason for that is I haven't been seeing as many control decks recently as I have been combo decks. Oh crap, I didn't take into consideration the fact that I've been playing best of one a lot. Awkward. Oh well. For what it's worth, you know, I still had to find some room for Nadaar, so some of that did come from putting Reidane on the side. Through Skyclave Apparition, its removal is great. 3, Barrowin, again, I talked about her in this video. This is the pretty standard mana base. We are running 24 lands. That shouldn't be an issue. We are only on average at 2.5, but this shouldn't be an issue. I'm running Field of Ruin just in case we come across some decks that are trying to do some untoward things with their lands. Sideboard. 2 Authority of the Consuls against the Gruul aggro decks, 1 Deafening Silence, just essentially an additional Emeria, Archon of Emeria style card that can come down earlier and just make life very miserable for spell-based decks. 3 Thoughteize. Against some decks, you don't need Selfless Savior, but you do need Thoughtseize. It just takes anything. 1 Despark. Our Skyclave Apparition can hit up to 4. This can hit 4 or up. So I figured having one of these is probably the best. Obviously, I don't like that I'm watching Bolas get brutalized, but this, in my opinion, is the best art by far. 2 Containment Priest. Coco decks will still exist. Reanimation decks still exist, so some of those. 2 Drannith Magistrates. Any deck that's trying to do dumb stuff from elsewhere. 2 Rest in Peace, Graveyard. And then 2 additional Reidanes, just in case I need either the front side or the shield. So, let us hop in. This thing here just confused the crap. By the way, I will be playing these more frequently. Yeah. Traditional, historic, ranked. Yes. In play. Once again, we don't have the deck tracker. Unfortunately, Wizards mess something up with the logs. So right now, a lot of the Space Marine. Excuse me. We fight for the greater good here. So a lot of the extensions aren't working. I mean, this seems like a pretty decent hand, especially since we go first. The thing is, we have to figure out what card we want to lead with. Yeah, I was about to say, my opponent is almost certainly playing Azorius Control, based on Teferi, Azorius Sleeves, and this being the first one, which means I do want Thalia on turn 1. Just making it so that all their annoying stuff is going to be slightly less annoying. That's an unfortunate draw. I would have preferred to see something stronger than that. It costs 2 mana for them to cast a 1 CMC spell. And we are going to buff our Thalia here. Not only does it make her a little bit harder to just deal with, that's fine. It also makes it so that I got in for some additional damage. So I think next turn, regardless of whether or not I draw another land, I think I'm just going to be playing Selfless Savior. I really do want to protect Thalia in this matchup, because Thalia puts in a lot of work. Now, they could just seal away. They don't. I think I'm going back on what I said. The question now is, do I want to play a Triumphant Adventurer or another Aspirant? And I think I want to play an Adventurer, which means I'm going to go to combat first. I'm also going to distribute my counters here, just in case they do have a single piece of removal, like a Seal Away. Okay. They appear not to. And I think here I do want to play an Adventurer. On board, they can't play a Wrath of God, and the Adventurer can allow me to go into, not you, no, wait, how do I, there we go, go into Lost Mine. Damn, they do have Seal Away. Go into Lost Mine in order to scry to hopefully get, a land. Do they board wipe here? I think they would. Yeah. Curses. Damn. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play Reidane here, because she still makes it so my opponent's going to have a difficult time landing a Teferi, right now. Obviously, if we're able to get Reidane down earlier, that would have been better, but Kess Levi. Let's see. I think I'm going to attack. Then I think I want to play a Savior. Wow. I'm really gung-ho about getting rid of that Savior. So the Wraths... Man, the issues they had, Day of Judgment and Wrath of God. So I could name Teferi, or I could name Wrath of God. Because it really seemed like they didn't want this to happen. So I think I'm going to name Wrath of God here. It'll suck if they don't have Wrath and they're only playing Day of Judgment, which would be very strange. What the hell is this? My world's on fire. How about yours? Never draw a card. Then if you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to distance. Oh, this is awkward. I could double block. I want to lose 1 creature. I think I will. I missed my deck tracker. Look, my almond cap. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Do you have a board quit? And is it Wrath of God? Azorius not exactly known for dealing damage to creatures. Of course a Space Marine would play Azorius Control. The monster. I only have 3 cards. They're not all that interesting. Okay, Dire Tactics is interesting, I suppose. I am going to... buff Aspirant and not attack. Or sorry, not attack with Archon. Goodbye. Had them down to 8, so I potentially have lethal on board. Well, I got the draw card, was a land, and this next card's going to be a land because I'm a magician like... Well, I thought that would end the turn by now. Let me snap my fingers, please. Like that. Ta-da! Alright, 24 lands may be too much. Tiny little bit too much. We are probably boned. We also do not have all that much reach. By that I mean we literally have Silverquill Identity. I mean, my opponent hasn't done anything either, so... just pass the turn. We can even shuffle it away with their Fabled Passage. If nothing else, we are potentially getting some more information on what our opponent's playing. I will say, at least they're playing... Like, Commence the Endgame is not played all that much, and then Imarith is a new card, so I at least respect my opponent for that. They're even playing Morningkin, yeah. Like I at least appreciate that.
Oh, look, heal.
Dog's huge. Yeah, we are dead. We are literally dead. Okay, let's see. Double want Reidanes. Double want Thoughtseizes. Double want Despark. We can probably cut a land. This is non-token. I mean, they have Seal Aways, but I actually think I want to drop the Skyclaves. Oh, by the way, you know this? It doesn't work for the sideboard. So you still can't add to the sideboard at all. Wizards, what the hell? Probably safe enough to cut one of these. 62 or 23 lands, average 2, 3. I can probably cut one Dire Tactics. Cutting one Dire Tactics shouldn't be too bad. Then we're going first. Is there anything else that I want to change here? I don't think so, which is unfortunate. I guess if the plan is to Thoughtseize, I do want to have more Thoughtseizes than Doggos. How's the last of my root beer float? This is terrible, and I hate you. If this was a land, keep the shit out of it. This is good, though. We are going to get rid of crap. Turn 2, turn 3 is, like, real strong. I think I'm going to keep the Spellbinder. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the Spellbinder. Fun fact, I got some Discord questions. If you would like to have me answer a question, feel free to put it on the Alara server on the Discord. Wait, the Alara channel on the Discord server. There we go. We're going to do this, we're going to do this, and make our opponent hopefully very annoyed. Do one of these. Next turn we can Spellbind. We can JJ Bittenbinder. Right, so the question from Query. Ooh, hello. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do this. Yo ho ho in a battle of rum. Nice 2-minute brainstorm. They get to hide something. Do you think there should have been some form of interaction between the party mechanic and dungeon delving? Alright. I mean, whatever they hid, have at it, I suppose. Something for 4 mana for them would cost, what, 5 here or something like that? The question is, did they put it in this hand? Right? Oh, why not play another black? Why not? Do this before combat. Did they put it on top, or did they put it one from top? Oh, goodbye, Seal Away. Good boned. Take damage. Man, the difference Thalia and Reidane make on curve. They still can't cast a fairy. Right now, if something costs 4 mana for them, it costs 7. Counter reinforcements, incredibly rude. Would I use this Dire Tactics on one of those tokens? Probably not. No, probably not. Teferi costs 2, 3, damn, 8. So they can't even cast a fairy yet. So 5 and 5. Actually, it'd be 5 and 8. So yeah, they should be dead next turn as long as they don't draw or... Oh, they wouldn't even be able to play a Bloodlet. They would have to draw, like, exactly Seal Away, I think.
Really should have seen.
Because even a 4-mana board wipe costs 5, 6, 7. And they only have 6 this turn. Yeah, they are dead in the sky, potentially. Let's see if they have it. Seal Away would be the same. Or, sorry, Settle the Wreckage, I meant. Brainstorm, there's nothing you can pay for 1 mana. Unless you have unsummons. Okay, we were able to get there with one of them, that's nice. So that's... Having those two things work together, I think would be very difficult. Let's see. Do I want to change anything here? Do I want to change anything here? No, I don't think so. I think I actually might get rid of Dire Tactics to bring Skyclave back in. The issue is Dire Tactics is like the only thing. I mean, I guess there's this, but it's kind of like the only way to deal with that big dragon. It's very hard for me to deal with that big F-off dragon. It would be very difficult to have an interaction between party and dungeon delving. I don't think Wizards has ever had two different mechanics reference each other. We're keeping this. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. My life pretty much does not matter in this matchup. Okay. They did not keep two lands. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to get rid of search here. If they have a counter, like, they have a counter. But even if they draw lands, yeah, that was an awful play on my opponent's part. Yeah, why would you keep a one-lander? Like, you're playing a control deck. Like, I understand that these all look good, but, like, yeah, my opponent is now officially dead. Do this. Do this. I did this. Why did I do that? Yeah, I still should have played Reidane, I think. Nice, a land. I mean, now I know you have Seal Away. Oh, right, they can't cast it. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, they can't cast anything. Cool, nice Brainstorm. Maybe I should have played Nadaar. I don't know. But yeah, because like if they were gonna do that, then they would want to have this. They would want to have a decent number of them say, like, they couldn't. I can't conceive of a fashion where. Go on, go ahead and target Thalia. Do it. You fool. You fool. Alright, let's untap another... Or let's get another land here. Damn. Oh well. Let's play another Thalia. What's up, baby? Combat, put that on you. Attack. Alright, my opponent should be dead. Yeah. Ooh. Opponent got greedy. Don't be greedy against a Taxes deck. Don't ever be greedy against a Taxes deck. I don't think there could be. Because they would either have to predict it in Zendikar and mention dungeons. People would be like, what the hell is this? Like, is this an accident? People would be asking too many questions. Or, because remember, like, Zendikar was technically a while ago. I'm going to play another match, but I did want to talk about this real quick. Zendikar technically was a while ago. Right, we've had 2 sets between them. Or they would have to have the dungeon mechanic reference parties, which would be strange considering the fact that we actually now have more D&D classes than we had prior. I don't think there could have been. But technically you asked, should there have been? And I would say no. What I would say is I think that they should have rebalanced the party mechanic such that, because at that point, I mean, they could have told us, oh, dungeons are going to be in D&D set. Because at that point, we knew the D&D set was coming. Like, we knew it was there. So technically, they could have had party mentioned dungeons, but it would have still felt bad. But I think what they could have done is rebalance party such that it includes essentially all of the classes that we have. So it would be shaman for sorcerers, warlocks, knights, since technically those are paladins, warriors, clerics, wizards, rogues, like I already did, bards. Wait, do we actually? Yeah, we actually have bards. Also, what the hell is this? Got a mulligan that. Oh, this hand is a lot better. Keep 6. Get rid of this one. I see you like to play white as well. What is your preferred... Oh god, it's Tempered Steel. Wait. Bruh, hi. Crap. Which of these do I want to play first? I think I'm gonna play my Thalia. Alright, DnT versus DnT. We'll see who succeeds. But yeah, that's all I think they could have done, really. What's it gonna choose? Skyclave Apparition? Lol. So here I'm gonna do Archon, and then next turn I can play 2 things. So I'll play Archon here. Is there a point in attacking? No, this leaves her back. This leaves her back. I think I'm fine here. I considered doing this on Skyclave. There's no way Thalia is the correct decision. Okay. Could say another Skyclave, but I don't think that's correct. I think I'm going to go with Luminarch and Triumphant Adventurer. I'm going to buff Thalia. Or buff the Adventurer. No text. This way next turn I can buff it to 3 power, as long as it's around. Damn it! Do I still attack? Is the question. I do. I'm gonna attack with both. The real question is, which dungeon do I choose? I think reasonably, it's Phandelver. I think it's Phandelver. I'll put that on top. Oh well. Here, let's do Skyclave, I guess. And this one will do... I could say Archon, I could say Thalia. I mean, they gave up the Thalia pretty quickly. Maybe I do say Thalia? Yeah, I'll say Thalia. My other option that I would have chose would be Reidane. Yeah, probably would have been Reidane. It wouldn't have been that. I considered it. I legitimately considered it, though. So I'm probably Bone.
My strength.
So they do get to draw a card, which sucks huge ass. YouTube, I said huge ass. Thank you very much. Get this crap out of here. And we Vogue. Well, by Thalia. They have a flyer now, which is what's more important. Okay, they are definitely going a different route than I am. I have another Skyclave Apparition, but they're going to draw another card if I play it. Screw it. I'm gonna do it. Even if they attack with a Siphoner, I can double block. Damn it! Should have named Archon. Yup. I would like to get some of my flyers, please. Just bull crap. I'm going to die to flyers. Uh-oh. Definitely going to die to flyers. Alright, 4 damage down to 9. That was a mistake. Darn it, why is my opponent good? I mean, you gotta be good if you're playing Death in Taxes. Or it's for Dark Paladin. You're cool because you're playing Death in Taxes. Nothing else matters, you're playing Death in Taxes. The fact that I'm drawing lands is very annoying, but we do technically get a little bit more information on where... Dude, nope would be great in Historic. Gosh, what is his name? It's not Orzhov something, it's
Together.
Let's see, Scryfall. I cannot remember this dude's name. Scryfall. Not search Scryfall, just go to Scryfall. Advanced search. Mana cost. 1 point blank. It's a creature. Let's see. So I can do this, this, that. That. And that. Sure. It's a bit strange because I end up with more creatures. But I am dead. Yeah, this deck needs to run fewer lands. Creature, and it is... Alright, first of all. I don't think I want Thoughtseizes. Not exactly a lot. I don't even know if I want to throw the consoles. I don't think I do. Right, Reidane. I mean, Reidane is here just for Valkmir, to be honest. In this matchup. We're going first, which is cool. Do I want Dog if we're going? I don't need Dog all that much in this matchup. Their deck might be better. Not sets, criteria, watermark. Where's watermark? Oh, I think it's just criteria watermark. Watermark. Search for these options. No. This is not what I wanted, you dumb MFers. Orzhov Pontiff. I could use some Orzhov Pontiff in this format. Turn 2, turn 3, potentially? Sure. Let's keep it. I'm actually going to play this on black first. I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, turn 2, turn 3. Get cool dungeony stuff. They brought their Thoughtseize in. I did not expect that. Oh, that's a little awkward. Let's play this next turn. Probably play Valkymera. Yeah, I'll probably play Valkymera on 4. Whenever another permanent you controls. Unfortunately, it means that it can get apparitioned by itself. Don't know what my opponent's thinking. Did they not have sufficient land drops? Looks like they're going to take Nadaar, which makes sense. But I'll probably just play Reidane then. They don't take Nadaar. Interesting. I'll play Nadaar. If they want to use this mana, that's fine. Let's see. I think I'm once again going to do Cave Entrance for Lost Mine. Do not want that land, Sam I am. Let's see if they land an attack. They can't play Apparition, so that might have been what they were considering. Yeah, Orzhov Pontiff would be pretty cool. Just kills things. It's nice. It's fun. For me. Probably less so for my opponents. Interesting. So think about using it on defense. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. It gets Death Touch. I can't attack. Nope. Still no double white. I can attack with Triumphant Adventurer, though. Cool. Still don't have double white. It's good for me. Do you have Removal? Does not appear so. Going to attack with Adventurer. Now they could potentially double block, but that seems not smart. I could make a treasure or I could make a creature. I'm gonna go ahead and make a creature. To give me a little bit more board presence, which is always nice. So there's no way in hell my opponent brought in a board wipe, right? If my opponent has a board wipe, like, they've 5,000 IQ'd me. I can just leave this Field of Ruin up for when I might need it. Wow, it's a Skyclave Apparition. What's getting targeted? Are you targeting Valkymera? Nope, targeting that. Foolish. I was about to say, should think twice. Hell yeah. Can play this. I can... Gosh, who do I want to buff here? Oh, wait. Yeah, I can put a 1/1 counter. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go to combat. I'm going to buff this. They would have to... Oh, right, okay, I can actually... Yeah, this is fine. Attack, attack, attack. Because I do still have Valkymera. Okay. going to do this. Put a counter on this. And I'll do this and draw a card. So this is the type of thing I was talking about. Go to blockers. They concede. Go to game 3. They brought in the Thoughtseize. I still don't know if I like that decision. I don't think I like that decision, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm good. Actually, exile. You know what? I think I'm going to bring in two Thoughtseizes, actually. I just don't think Dog is impactful here. Obviously, you can like mess with combat math, but I think I would rather just have Thoughtseize. Especially if I can get it clean on turn 1. See if I'm the Death and Taxes master, or if a Dark Paladin is going to show me what's what. I mean, this hand's fine. It's not good. We definitely play this first, probably followed by that. But obviously, is based. Well, I was going to say it's based on whether or not we're going to get another land, and we do, which is good. They play a Silverquill Silencer. What are you going to name? Don't name my adventurer, you monster. Dire Tactics? Let's see if I give a good up about Dire Tactics. I don't want to play this on Skyclave. I'm playing this on Skyclave, dude. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. Thoughtseize. I have a lot of 3-drops I can play. They'll probably take the Spellbinder as my guess. Nope, they take that. Okay, whatever you don't name. Fine, I'm just gonna play a Archon. Attacks, thank you. I'm just gonna hit you in the air. Comes in tap, get F'd. Spellbinder. Probably take my other Archon, if I had to guess. Yeah. Pretty sick. Got it. Interesting. What blocks? I'll play this. I can block a Silencer pretty easily, actually. Gain 1 life, I don't think I need. I'm gonna go for Scry again. Yeah, I think in... so in my other version, I do think Tomb of Annihilation is generally better. But here, I think it's this. Scrying is that's pretty nice. Next turn I can play this and this. No, I can't. I have Archon. I'm not going to attack. They do have to pay an additional 1, so they might mess up if they try and target my stuff. Would I double, or would I block the Spellbinder? And that's just rude, so I'm taking 4 here. Sure, that's fine. I can actually now play both of these. I would not have been able to before. And I think I will attack with Barrowin. I think I'll buff Barrowin and attack with her. That way if they do decide to block, it can be very annoying. Yeah. My opponent absolutely has Skyclave Apparition in hand. Okay. I think they're getting... I would be willing to bet both of the cards in their hand right now are Skyclave Apparition. Like, I can't even cast these, so I don't care all that much. It's on Spellbinder, it's on Dire Tactics. It'll push me, incredibly rude. Apparently I was wrong. Although it's kind of weird that they made that choice. So this is a free block. No, it isn't. What am I talking about? 2, 4, 6, 8. No blocks. Well, that's not great. Crap. That emote is for when you go out your own way. When you don't give your opponent the satisfaction. Man. Yeah, I mean, we lost that game. Honestly though, I still like... the thing is, I think both of these cards are fine individually. Yeah, I think they're fine individually. Barrowin, the fact that she's only on ETB, I think I would have preferred it if she was just on attack. The upside of this, like, the upside of this card is that second line of text. The reanimation effect, essentially. And once again, I'm pretty certain. And I think it's Dungeon. Dungeon gives me more results. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no other good venturing cards. Like Fate's Reversal is absolutely not good enough. Acererak doesn't do enough, like, just in the deck. Cards that do nothing, essentially. Yeah, I mean, it really feels like, and you know, technically I could play this, but we have a lot of legendaries. Does it say how many legendaries we have? It does not. 3, 7, 10. All right, 10 is actually not all that many legendaries. Yeah, just doesn't seem as good here. I don't hate the cards. I still really like these ones. Yeah, unfortunately for her to be good, we need to be able to more consistently complete a dungeon. And I don't think there's a reasonable way to do that while maintaining the death and taxes aspect. So I think if I were to make changes, it'd be to cut Barrowin. Get a... Man, so I think it's... So I think first things first. Gotta cut a land. 24 lands is too much. And I think we cut... Do I cut her completely? Like, I want to add a Nadaar. I don't think this brings it up enough. I wonder if it's worth running... I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do here, right? Like, you can completely get rid of Selfless Savior. Keep the Barrowins at 3. Maybe even 4. Potentially, instead of Field of Ruin, you could do the Dungeon Descent. The fact that this is only a sorcery is really bad, though. Like, 5 mana, whatever, but, like... Cut these... I wonder if 50 feet of rope would be decent. Climb Over's not good. But tie-up could have potential. Although a lot of the big creatures that I'm considering have vigilance. Name one, the main one being 5-mana 6/6 stomping guy. Elder Gargaroth. Yeah, I mean, I really cannot see any other good dungeon cards. I mean, I still think that these two stand alone, like, as still being fine. Like, I think these cards are totally fine, even if I were to cut this. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me know your thoughts on this Orzhov version. Obviously, mono white wouldn't go into this. Possibly would still play a Nadaar, to be honest. Just because you can theoretically get to Fandelver, you could complete relatively quickly, or even Tomb of Annihilation. Obviously, Fandelver and Tomb can both be 4. You can technically do Oubliette. I guess I don't know. Let me know if you know this as well. For Oubliette, do you have to do all those things? Like, if I don't have any cards in hand, can I still complete that room of the dungeon? I assume so. Yeah, I assume so, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious to see your all thoughts, even on the sideboard. Yeah, and I think the reason that I'm so stuck on this is like it feels like it's so close, right? It feels like it's so close to being there, and I guess that just comes down to the fact that Wizards seems like they were incredibly careful with the dungeon mechanic, and I think that's fair. I'd rather them err on the side of careful and a little bit underpowered than Eldraine and Ikoria. Mostly Eldraine, though. Ikoria I don't have as many problems with. Yeah, that's all, yeah. Oh, wait, we have packs. Save and exit. Open our pack, shall we? Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is going to be a standard 2021... Or, sorry, standard 2022 deck. It's going to be this thing. And I'm going to try and make a combo deck. Because combo decks are fun. So, feel free to send me nonsense to my P.O. box. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for the continued support. If you'd like to join them supporting the show, you'll find links in the description below. Do, of course, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, all will be one.